What is something about getting older that you only learned from experience? That it's okay to cut people out of your life. Some people are just miserable and they will never change. Caring for a child used to be a village effort and is a monumental feat for a nuclear family, much less a single parent. Now I know that there's a reason all the moms at family get-togethers looked exhausted. I used to be a big believer in no matter how bad something happens, there's always some good in it. Sometimes you just have to look harder than others, but it's always there. After going through some absolutely brutal experiences over the past few years, I don't think that anymore. Sometimes bad shit just happens and there's no upside to it. That most people are just trying to do the best they can with whatever coping mechanisms their upbringing and ensuing life experiences caused them. Many aren't even aware of this, and many more just lack resources to address it, and aren't genuinely bad people. Just because it doesn't take much to make you happy, does not mean you deserve the bare minimum. That adult women still get acne. When I was younger, I thought that after the age of 18 you'd stop getting acne. Lol, this is also because all the celebrities always had flawless skin. I didn't realize that it's mostly filters and Photoshop. When you're in your 20s and 30s, men all want to be your hero. When you're in your 50s, not so much. No, overweight, postmenopausal women are not lying when they say they couldn't care less whether they have a man or not. They are not just whistling in the dark. You really can be happy single. However, you are not immune to Cupid's arrows. No matter your age, and age and experience compound the poignancy and gravitas of love's loss. Again, wisdom does not protect you from losing, and being devastated by, the loss of a man you love. You may hear your mother's voice coming out of your mouth when talking to your kids. You may hate it. Your kids will be the doppelgangers of their absent fathers. You will start to defer to the intelligence and knowledge of people younger than you, and realize that, aggravating as some of their ways are, post-you generations are pushing farther, acting smarter, doing some things better than you knew could be done. You will get annoyed that they think they invented those things you were doing before they were born, and had to defy society to do. Now those things are trending. You will be shocked about all these realizations because, you still feel 20 inside. For me, it's the fact that I, 38F, started growing hair on my butt. That this is not talked about more widely is a disservice to women, because it is not only normal, but super common. You are the only person responsible for your happiness. That the family comes first phrase is an abusive BS, and it's okay to cut toxic relatives out of my life. The symptoms of aging hit sooner than you think. But I'm not referring to wrinkles or appearance necessarily. I'm about to cross from mid-20s to late 20s and I, ironically, refer to age 21 as the cliff before it all goes downhill. It's harder to get quality sleep, metabolism slows down, hangovers start to be legit, you don't snap back from a pulled muscle or kink in your neck as quick. When you're in college you think you're invincible and so young, like, aging is a foreign concept. But you really start noticing the little things sooner than you'd expect. I look at it as a reason to care about your health even when you're young. Stay active. Try to make healthy food choices. Take care of your body and mental health, etc. Actually, there is some newer research out that showed your metabolism doesn't really start to slow down until around age 60. Unfortunately, as people get established in their jobs, have children, are getting things figured out financially, they tend to be less active and more likely to spend money on fast food and takeout meals that are higher in calories. 90% of doing a hard thing is just showing up. Fake it till you make it has some truth to it. The older I get, the less worried I am about making a mistake, or failing, because trying is an adventure with an opportunity for a great story later. People really weren't lying when they said you have to find happiness in being single. And relationships aren't worth it if you're unhappy. Your friends from school whom you thought you'd never be apart? Yeah, you'll basically not talk to most of them anymore. It won't be the same as it was. Maybe you'll still be in touch with some close friends, but they'll all have their own lives to mind. And that's okay. It's a natural thing. Also, it's nice to be independent. But it sucks when you're sick and there's no one to help you or to be with you. It's okay to give up on your dreams. Modify them or replace them with something else. Also, I always felt this way, but noticed other women were semi-brainwashed here. It is okay to not get married and not have children. Your life is your life. If you want the traditional life, great. If you don't, also great. You do you. For a lot of people, the 30s is indeed rough in terms of losing looks, developing health problems, and just generally not being young anymore. For the last couple of decades our culture has kind of glamorized this idea of the glow up and pushed this narrative that women's sexual peak is in their 30s. But actually if you look at research that's only true for a vocal minority of women. On average sex drives go down. And perimenopause can start bringing all sorts of unpleasant symptoms by mid-30s. So, I kind of wish I'd tried to have more wild sex in my 20s. Didn't expect to feel like the opportunity or the desire would fall off so quickly in my 30s. I guess some people like feeling less distracted though. I hate hearing phrases like, 30 is the new 20 inches or, 40 is the new 30. Can we just let 30 be 30 again? I'm 24 years old. I don't want to feel pressured to worry because I'm starting to actually look like a grown woman and not a teenager. It's okay to be selfish and put yourself first. You can't pour from an empty cup. Not everyone will be kind to you or helpful or have your best interest at heart. Parents are human beings and they're flawed too. They're not always right and it's okay to develop different values and opinions. It doesn't mean you don't love them. You miss your best friends all the time 'cause they've died already.